Matt, thank you. Dealing with loss isn't easy, and as a child, it can be very difficult to understand the concept of losing a loved one. But a local author is hoping to help with a new book. And this morning we have Keisha and Landin Wiechers here to talk a little bit about it. We've got a mother-son duo. Mom, you're the writer. Landin, you are the wonderful illustrator here. Thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So the book is called The Grand Arrival. Keisha, what is this book all about? Where did the inspiration come from?
Well, one day the words just kind of fell into my heart, and I thought this would make a really good book to kind of get into the mind of a child. They have such beautiful imaginations, and I thought, what better way to explain a loss than through words and, you know, imagining a beautiful party for where their loved one has went.
Was it difficult to find the words to talk about such a difficult topic for children?
No, they just dropped into my mind really fast, and I thought, I'm supposed to do something with this. So it was pretty easy, actually.
So you were clearly meant to do this, which
I think so.
It's great because it's very needed. Even as adults, it can be difficult to talk about loss. How did you make it this sort of accessible for children, for them to understand this concept?
Well, I think, like I said, I think children have such beautiful imaginations, and as we get older, we kind of forget about that. So to put into words how they would, you know, imagine something beautiful to kind of help take the sadness away and have some peace and contentment, it just came really easy, and I loved doing it.
And I know, Landin here, you're in college, and I know you have a younger daughter too. Did she have to give approval on any of the processes?
Oh, yes, and the pictures. Not the words, the pictures, yeah.
And speaking of pictures, you did all of the wonderful illustrations. How did you bring your mom's words to life?
Yeah, so creating the theme of the images was very easy. It came naturally because the words were so poetic and beautiful. And as soon as she read them to me, I immediately thought of a very whimsical and magical sort of imagery to kind of captivate those pictures. So, yeah, so it came very naturally. Yeah.
And did your little sister approve right away?
Yes, she did.
You didn't have to go through rounds of edits and everything? No. Okay, good. And what do you both hope families take away from this book?
Mainly peace and some joy. You know, it's good to have emotion and express that through sadness when we lose someone we love, but also to know they're in an amazing place, and to, you know, read the words and picture the images and just know that it's amazing.
How was it working with your mom, and how is it working with Landin? How has it improved your relationship at all?
Well, I loved it. I think I felt bad sometimes bugging him, hey, we need the next, you know, set of pictures, but I loved it. I think it's a really neat thing that we have our names on the front cover of the book together. We probably will never do it again, only because of the illustrations, but, you know, I loved it. I'm so happy we did it.
Yeah, for the most part, we were on the same wavelength with a lot of it. We wanted it to be a very captivating thing for kids to look at and kind of be like in awe of, oh, this is where my family is. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we were on the same wavelength for most of it, so yeah.
Good. And where can people find the book?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. And I know you have a couple events coming up. The first is next Saturday, December 7th at
14th. December 14th.
December 14th. Today is December 7th. Yeah. Thank you. Yes,
okay.
Next Saturday, December 14th over in Grand Rapids. We have the information on screen right now. People can get the book there and get it signed, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wonderful. And then on December 28th, shortly after Christmas, there's another book buy and signing event at Once Upon Another Time, correct?
Yep. In downtown Napoleon.
Perfect. And will you be there as well?
I will, yeah.
Okay, so you can see the mother and son duo in action behind the Grand Arrival. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this break.